This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what you need to know today. Public transportation in Yerevan is about to get more expensive after City Council passed a contentious fare increase yesterday. The changes will take effect in September, replacing per-trip cash payments with monthly fare cards. A one-month plan providing unlimited trips will cost around $22. Commuters will also be able to buy 3-month unlimited plans for almost $60, or a yearly pass for $220. A single ride will now cost around 75 cents, up 200% from the current 25-cent cost per trip. This plan represents a significant fare increase for the average commuter. Yerevan Mayor Tigran Avinian has said the fare hike is necessary to help offset the transport system's budget deficit and to allow the city to purchase new buses. Opposition city councilors have countered this notion, saying the increase will make public transport in Yerevan more expensive than in similar cities. The changes are a reworked version of a previous proposal put forward last month that was temporarily pulled due to public outcry. However, the new adjustments have done little to quell public objection to it, with opposition lawmakers walking out of yesterday's vote at City Hall. Former Mayor Haik Marutyan has pledged to organize protests against the increase. He has also criticized a string of city fee hikes in recent months, most notably a 12-fold increase in the price of street parking. Public transport prices remain a sensitive issue in Yerevan, where hundreds of thousands of residents commute. A new public opinion poll shows an increasingly unfavorable opinion of Russia in Armenia. For the first time, a majority of Armenians, 2/3 of those polled, said they consider their country's relations with Russia somewhat or very bad. Strikingly, that figure was in the single digits less than 5 years ago. Still, nearly half of those polled acknowledged Russia remains Armenia's most important economic partner, while pointing to France, Iran, and the United States as their country's main political and security partners globally. Unsurprisingly, respondents named national security as the most pressing issue facing Armenia, while on the home front, they pointed to high unemployment and low wages. The poll also revealed people have little faith in their elected representatives' ability to address those problems. 3 in 5 respondents said they trusted no politicians in the country, while nearly half said they would either not vote or vote against all candidates if elections were held now. Only about 1 in 5 say they would vote for Pashinyan's ruling Civil Contract Party, while all other parties received 3% or less. Yet, half of those polled said they believe Armenia is, overall, heading in the right direction. It marks the first time more Armenians have said their country is heading in the right direction rather than the wrong one in more than 2 years. CivilNet brings you 2 deep-dive explainers into some of the main issues of the day. First, we examine Azerbaijan's recent demands for an immediate handover of villages along the border in Armenia's northeastern Tavus region. The article takes you through the deeply complicated nature of this thorny issue, as the area is a complicated crisscross of vital transportation and energy infrastructure, an undemarcated administrative boundary dating to Soviet times, and exclaves of one country inside the other. We also consider the dynamics surrounding Armenia's possible withdrawal from the Russian-led CSTO military alliance. The choice is an extremely weighty one, with serious ramifications for Armenia's future, but either option leaves Armenia with a set of difficult consequences. To learn more, you can find links to these articles in the video description or on our website. Germany's Armenian community is in focus after last week's cancellation of a public book launch event in Berlin about Artsakh's cultural heritage in the wake of a campaign of threats and protests believed to have been organized by the Azerbaijani government. One of the event's organizers, Stefan Meistert of the German Council on Foreign Relations, joined us yesterday in studio to discuss the backlash, as well as Germany's expanding mediation role in the region and ways Armenia may cooperate more closely with the European Union. A link to that is also in the video description. And finally, the CivilNet number of the day is 17. That's because the Armenian-French musical duo La Daniva has been chosen to represent Armenia at its 17th appearance in the Eurovision Song Contest. Named after a brand of Soviet car, La Daniva's music takes inspiration from across the globe, including traditional music from the Balkans, Latin America, and Armenia. They will take the stage in Malmö, Sweden in May with their single Jacko, for which they released a Parajanov-inspired music video today. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.